Hey everyone, David Cook, DeFranco Painting and Wallpaper, and this video is if you've ever had someone try to come sell you anything, this is what not to do. So here's the outside of our house. You see the window, driveway where you pull up. So we had a window salesman come yesterday. He pulls up, he sat out there for about 15 minutes in the driveway, and comes past this window, and we come in the house, do our greeting, all that fun stuff. So this wasn't here, but I'm actively spraying trim in the house so you can go from the dark to the light pretty. Whoo. But as we're coming in, he's saying, "Hi, how can I help you?" Well, we need windows. And this is kind of the state of affairs of the house as we are taking out carpeting, taking out floors, working on cabinets, a little bit of everything. So you're seeing what he's seeing last night. And in the midst of that, the sales guy says, "Well, do you have do you have a dining room table set up anywhere?" And I'm looking around back and forth. No. He said, "Well, how about some chairs? You have chairs we can sit down and kind of talk about what you want to get out of today?" I said, "No, we don't have, you're seeing what we have here. There's no table and chairs set up anywhere. We're tearing flooring out. We're tearing furniture out. There's no place to sit." He said, "Well, if you might sit on your bay window." So he sits on the bay window. So he's going through the process and explaining to me about why he's here. Well, I know why he's here because I called him. I want windows. So then he says, "What's your goals? What are your goals for your windows that you would like?" And my wife was here. She's like, "Well, we just want windows that aren't going to leak and they're going to work, that fit our budget." And then he starts going on about how long he's been selling windows, what he used to do before he sold windows. Then he starts talking about the company he's selling windows for and why he works for that company. This is when Daphne said, "I have to go help my daughter." And she left me with this guy. Then he starts going on talking about why he worked for another company and why he left. Then he starts talking about how he needs this job because extra money he needs for supplemental and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, I'm still kind of pacing back and forth because now I'm getting frustrated. I just want him to measure windows and give me some numbers or email them to me. Nope. Now he's got to tell me about the difference between his windows, Andersen, Marvin, Peachtree, and all these other windows, and how superior their company is to these other places. And windows, when you get the big doors like that, how much they're better. Telling me about how the bigger windows from one company to another are value warranties, and then he starts going into the tirade of warranties, what a warranty really means, what lifetime warranty really means. I sell paint jobs. I have a painting company. I know what warranties mean. We tell people what a warranty is all the time. It doesn't matter if the company's out of business. It doesn't matter what your warranty is. But he went on and on about how that doesn't apply to him and his company. So he's going on about the warranty issues. Still, "Hey, do you have another chair we can sit down?" Still, no chairs have appeared because I haven't gotten any. There's still chairs here. But he still wants to find a chair, even though he's starting on the bay window. Then he starts talking about, aside from the warranty, what we can expect if there's a problem from this company in Pennsylvania. And he starts talking about the company in Pennsylvania, on and on. After he gets done with that, he's in between that, a bunch of bad jokes, which just were awful. That I didn't know there was a joke. I thought he was just making a statement, but no. And then he starts asking questions about, what do I know about other window companies? Well, I don't know anything about window companies, aside from who they are. And he wants to explain to me all this information about these other window companies, which I really don't care. I just want some good windows and I want a price. So he starts looking at this bay window, and he's sitting right next to that piece of sandpaper. And right next to that sandpaper is what you can see is a rotten part of the window. So what issues do you see with the window? At that point, I really wanted to laugh because I'm like, "Are you serious? Is there any major concerns that you can think of? Is there anything that you want to address? Is there anything that you're concerned about in the future?" This guy was completely out of touch reality. It's almost like he didn't have any place else to go and he didn't want to leave. I was really aggravated at that point. Then he starts asking me about how he wants the windows to look. How do we want them to fit in the holes? Which I have no idea. I want them to fit in the holes so they look good. I don't know what he wanted me to say. So he's telling me about how they can cut in different areas. Would I prefer a cut here or a cut there? Like I give a rat's ass. Just cut the damn windows out and give me a price for new windows. But no, He had to go on about how this window could be cut a certain way, but this one had to be cut a different way. I just want a new window. So this was about 40 minutes that he's going into this. He still hasn't measured any windows. Then he finally starts measuring windows. So he's measuring windows. I had come back in the kitchen, and I'm taking off doors and handles and all this other stuff. And he's asking me all these questions while he's upstairs. I didn't go with him. I probably should have, but I didn't. So I went up there, and they're dumb questions that he couldn't even ask. He's just trying to keep the conversation going. But he still had to ask. So we measured for 17 windows. So keep that number in mind, 17 windows. He comes back down, and then he has to show me and wants to set up a table and show me his display of windows. Like, no, you just email the proposal. I'm not going through all that stuff. I don't have time. So this started at 6:20 p.m. Then he wants to show me windows. I said, well, if they're in your car, I'll go look at your window. And he has to show me how thick the glass is. He has to measure the glass, how big they are, how much insulated, what kind of insulation, why they use that kind of insulation, how they're welded, who welds them, the difference of how their people put up windows and there's never an issue compared to other companies and they have issues, on and on and on and on. All this, and he wants to explain to me what a Google review is, which I thought was funny. So explain to me how Google reviews work, explain to me the importance of Google reviews, explaining how Angie's List works, Better Business Bureau, all these companies of these ratings and how they have all these ratings and how many windows they sell compared to every other window manufacturer in the United States. These want to like thermal testing and heat testing of these windows, and I really didn't give a shit at this point. I just wanted to go home. So it's already getting dark, I said, whatever you need to do, I need to go close the house. I need to clean everything up, and I really need to go. He said, well, I'll write the estimate real quick, and I'll get you a cost right now, and you can do what you need to do. I came in the house. That's when I cleaned the sprayer. So got this in the bucket of thinner. I went out to my truck to get the thinner, came back in, took it apart, cleaned the parts, went upstairs, closed the windows, shut the fans off, shut the lights off, went to the bathroom, cleaned up, took all the spray, everything off my hands. I'm going to sneeze. Got a drink of water. Make sure all the doors was closed. Daphne had come back, and she was getting ready to take off. Came back outside, turned off all the lights. He's still in his car, still not done writing everything up. Wanted to come back in. I said, I'm leaving. I needed to be someplace an hour ago, so I got to go. He's like, well, here, let me show you this. Since you're here, let me just show you this real quick. No, I don't have time. I got to go. Well, you're right here. Here's the cost. So 17 windows. Originally, these windows, if you're not getting any kind of discounts, these are about $71,000. $71,000. Then, because I just happen to listen to WBBM radio, and they have a sale going on, I can knock off 50% because we're having a sale, and because now you're a preferred customer because you mentioned WBBM radio, we can knock off another $4,000, so it'll be $32,000 for your windows. Do you want to do cash on that? Yeah, okay, I just bought a house, and I have $32,000 to pay for windows that are insanely overpriced. No. So I said, just email me what you have. He wants to show me again. He's going to open his door. Nope, I'm leaving. I got to go. It is now 8:20. He got here at 6:15. 8:20, 6:15. He's still here. I said, you can email it to me. I got to go. I'm over an hour late for an appointment that we were supposed to pick up some stuff, so I got to go. So I got my truck, started, another couple minutes as I'm putting stuff away. I have no idea what time the guy left, but over 2 hours he was here. This is how not to sell. Don't insult people. Don't tell people stupid stuff. Don't tell dumb jokes if no one's going to laugh. And if they're not relevant, that no one even knows what you're talking about. I thought he was just making a statement. Don't tell me about your company because I've done my research already, or you wouldn't be out here. But obviously I did do the right research. You don't have to tell me about Google reviews. Everyone knows what a Google review is. I don't want you to hear how you compared to everyone else. I don't want to hear why you sell windows. I don't want to hear none of it. Now, that could just be me, because when I'm selling my paint jobs, I don't know. People have done their research before they've ever called me. They've seen our Google reviews. They've seen our YouTube videos. They've seen Facebook posts. They've seen us around, usually before they've called us. And they've done their homework. They've said what we've seen. I don't need to educate them on what we do. They already know. But he had to make sure he went through the whole song and dance. If it was an elderly couple in here, he probably would have made huge scores and they probably would have bought the job. But I didn't buy the job. So through all that, I hope you got what not to do if you're selling something to a customer that's called you for a service. Don't take 2 hours, especially if you're coming at 6 o'clock at night. No one's got 2 hours to spend listening to you ramble about what you're doing and why you're selling windows. This is my opinion. However, I do feel avoiding this will help you be a better salesperson and not be frustrated when you're trying to call people to get estimates for your house. Again, my opinion. If you got great ideas on sales, love to hear them, as we're always trying to improve our sales process and how we're trying to make customers and employees feel comfortable in the homes they're going to and as we go into homes. That's it for the day. Hope you guys are having a great day. God bless.